You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's The Game After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's The Game After Show.
Ow. Yeah, this is my favorite part of the show. Thank you for doing, and we are here doing another great show on AfterBuzz TV. This is the after show for The Game, Season 6, Episode 15. Psh, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, the attitude.
I'm good. I'm your host, Fallon Mercedes. You can find me online on Twitter and Instagram at FitWithFallon, and I hope you're checking my celebrity fitness interviews every day on fitwithfallon.com. Ashley, you're back.
Yay!
Ashley is back. We are so happy to have her beautiful face in the studio. How are you?
Thank you. I'm great. I'm glad to be back. You can also find me online at Tweet Nina Marie G, and on Instagram. I'm so happy to be back and to get into this episode. Psh, I'm good.
And I'm Megan Thomas, also known as Meg Scoop on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Hit me up because I want to know what you think about The Game.
And now we have a new co-host in the studio.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Sean Renzetti. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you. Yeah.
Now, a little background about Sean. Me and Sean know each other, but he also is an entertainer. He's a singer. He's performed and traveled with Backstreet Boys and many other famous artists.
Yeah.
Tell us what that experience was like, being in the industry, like really in the industry, like touring and traveling and having people scream and watch you sing.
It's amazing, but it's hard.
Is it?
Yeah. It's great. It's absolutely, it's one thing that right now I miss because, it comes to up and downs with the industry.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. Unless you get that big break. But I went to Russia, all Europe, got to travel with the Backstreet Boys.
Okay.
Yeah, had screaming fans, got kicked out of McDonald's because we were causing too much of a ruckus. It was cool.
Nice.
And you're a super fan of The Game, right?
I am. I'm a new super fan, I have to say.
That's all right.
I've been hearing a lot of everyone talking about it. I'm like, what's going on? Because I'm a TV junkie. It's horrible. Like, I'll sit on my computer for hours and find.
You checked it out.
Other than The Game, what are some of your favorite TV shows?
Oh boy. Do I want to admit some of these?
Guilty pleasure.
Dance Moms.
Oh,
yeah.
I love that show.
What? I don't know.
So since you've been watching The Game, who is your favorite character and who is your least favorite character on the show?
I have to say that I love Chardonnay. I think
Chardonnay is my favorite.
I'm sorry.
There we go. Yes.
Brandy does a great job at that.
How is it seeing Brandy? I know you probably know her as a singer, and now to see her as an actor. How is that transition? I'm surprised that you like her because usually people they can't put the two together.
Right.
They just see her as the singer.
Right. Well, I think that's why I was shocked because usually you have in your head, okay, they're a singer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's it. Period. Yeah. So when I started watching, and I was like, wow. I mean, she really grabs me. She's really good.
Yes,
like,
she is.
She's not what I expected either. It's not like she's going up there and, being really flat with with a character.
Yeah. It kind of brings us back to her Moesha days. Do you remember that?
I watched that show.
That was the best show ever, by the way.
Yeah.
That was. Now let's talk about our favorite show, The Game.
Yes.
The opening scene, we see, you know, Blue just still stuck on Keira. And, you know, I called it out. It's my prediction. I've said it many times. You know, they just have this little kid relationship where they're trying to act like they are not into each other. They're trying to get over each other. But clearly, everybody can see it. And, you know, even his boys can even see it.
And so Malik, of course, is saying, you know, he's trying to catch him up. And he says, what do you have on, a panty liner? He, like, makes all these little feminine gestures about him wanting to be back with Keira, and he's trying to hide it. But it's so obvious. Again, at the photo shoot, it was Sierra called it out. Luke already knew about it. Malik, it's like, it's so obvious you're stuck on this chick, and he doesn't think that he is. And so, of course, Malik is trying to call him out, like, yo, dude, we need the poontang party so you can get over her.
Seriously, because we really haven't seen him.
It's not the way to get over a girl. You know, Malik was like, you know what? You need to get over Keira. So how about we throw this poontang party, which, for those of you who do not know what a poontang party is, it means, Google it. I think that's a little bit too excessive for AFTERBUZZ.
Have Sean explain what it is.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to go into what a poontang party is, but I have to say, it might not, you might not get over someone, but it might help mask it. For that night. And sometimes forgetting even for a night, especially in a situation like that, because you know he's playing a lot of games. He's playing a lot of those games back and forth.
Definitely.
Maybe he needed a night just to realize what he wanted.
Yeah.
And sometimes, even though, you know, your boys try to throw you a party saying, oh, forget it, it makes you realize, oh, wait, I want it.
And I think that's exactly what happened. But let's explain how this poontang party ended up. First, it started with a party bus. Now, I already knew it was trouble. I've had experiences with party buses, and I vow to never go on a party bus again. It has been it's a crazy ride. It's just,
no, but even before they get on there, what's funny about it is that when Blue comes to the club and he sees Jig Cut Me, that is the barber, who plays on the he's their actual barber, by the way.
Oh, I didn't know
And he
that.
plays the bodyguard on the show. He plays Malik's bodyguard, but Jig is actually the whole entire set's what you call it, barber. So that's why they're all clean.
Yeah.
Just shouting it out. But no, when they're sitting there at the club, and then you see Blue walk up, and he's like, man, where the chicks at? For a second there, I almost forgot that Malik is who he is. I was like, yo, Malik is whack. There ain't no chicks there. Like, where are all the chicks at? And of course,
he had a.
Then the music goes, go stupid, go stupid, right?
It was funny to see Malik, you know, have that bonding experience with Blue, because we see Malik as being Keira's friend, actually her best friend. So it's funny to see him go both sides. You know, one minute he's consoling Keira, the next minute he's consoling Blue. But you know, I guess he wanted to show him a good time, and he knows Keira's dating somebody else. So they got all these girls on the bus, and the music, it made you feel like you were drunk.
Right.
They got everybody on the bus.
Right. I mean, the old lady, the cashier, the homeless man.
Then we see them in the strip club, just making it rain. Then you see Blue on stage, taking his shirt off.
With those tattoos.
Let's talk about those
tattoos.
Everybody knows, if you are a fan of the show, I love me some
I'm not
Blue.
going to lie. I like getting tattoos. And I was like, really?
Exactly. Thank you, Sean.
I mean, I'm going to agree with you on that. When I was like, why would you get some stars right there?
We still
So when he flexes his biceps like this,
He's
you
a
can see
star.
them.
Yeah.
He's a star.
We already know he's a star. He don't need to put. Anyways, so he's on stage. Shout out to the YouTube fan who commented that she agrees with me. Thank you,
Saffron Sarah.
Thank you, Saffron.
Yes.
We see eye to eye. I see you. So he's on stage, flexing his muscles, showing off his tattoos, his chest, really enjoying himself. Then you already know at this point that they are gone, because then you see them in the grocery store, just, you know, getting snacks and acting crazy.
Right.
They got the old lady in the cart. Then we see them go over to the condoms, and Blue's like, which one should I get? Then one of his boys gets them all, because obviously there are a lot of girls. Then they get back on the bus. And
I know it's a little off topic, but I have to say, how come they put 2 bags of money on the counter and got the cashier to go, and no one took the bags with them.
I think, first of all, that's like, it's such a classic Malik move.
Right.
And then, like, you know, if I was that cashier, first of all, I would not have wanted to go. I'd be like,
No,
what am
I
I
got
going to do with these bags of money?
No, it's all right.
Yeah, but you know, we did see the party get bigger and bigger and
Right.
bigger, and even with the
Absolutely.
older lady in the cart, and they did have a lot of fun. But it's just like, I don't know, that condom scene kind of just like irritated me a little bit, because it's like, really, okay, I'm gonna get all grandma on you guys, but it's just like, okay, I understand use protection, of course, but are girls really just objects that you can just like use to get over another girl? And
I mean,
I was
I don't
just
think
like-
that's too far-fetched, to be honest with you. Like, they're asking,
no,
I don't think
I understand that.
was
That's
gonna
what
say, when
it's
you're in
realistic,
that,
but it's like it's just not right, and I'm just like, oh.
Okay, so let's ask Sean. You've been on the road with Backstreet Boys, who were at one point one of the biggest boy bands.
Still,
Yeah, exactly.
what's funny is like they still are overseas. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. We played the Olympic Stadium in Moscow, and it was sold out.
Oh, wow.
And it was ridiculous, the size of that arena, and how many
And the
people.
craziness of the women, though. What is that like?
Let me
Do they-
tell you, they
this real?
literally.
What
This is
happened?
real.
Okay.
This is 100%
So this is
real.
accurate.
So it's better they're being safe.
Right.
Then sorry.
Because, you know, especially athletes, I actually think they get it more.
Right.
They're more of that rock star than, you know, someone who's on tour. They're constantly going and just have to get to the next
Interesting.
city.
Because they're not going
and I
city to
know
city?
that, well, they're going country to country.
Oh, I see
So
what
if
you're
you're in, you know, say you're an American football team and you're going from city to city, you might be able to get some people with you.
And then
So
just
it's
fly it
a
back.
lot
It's
easier.
a lot cheaper.
So you go, right.
You gotta get a passport. You don't have to pay
Right.
expedite for
So,
that.
I mean, I get it. I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
but
it's reality,
definitely,
I guess. Just
it's
sad.
it's a little bit of reality.
Yeah.
But better safe than sorry.
But the party did look fun. They were
It
on the
looked-
party
yeah.
bus, and they were having a good time. They kept getting more people to come on. You know,
Yes.
it was a good time.
Are we getting a party bus after? this?
Yeah, we should get a party bus.
I think we
partied
sleep
enough
with
for
my tea in the corner. My tea in the corner
Hey,
like this.
I'm down.
Let's
I'll
go.
be on this.
Actually,
We'll pick up
honestly,
everybody.
We had an AFTERBUZZ party that I think it was. You were there. We had such a
It was
great
crazy
time.
fun.
It was such a party that my phone drowned. So I am partied out. It was a great time.
What was, you know what? What was your favorite part about the party bus? This party bus. Or I would say the entire scene. The Poontang Parade. What was your favorite part?
I thought it was just funny when the little old lady was in the cart, you know, because I think at that point they were really enjoying themselves. And, you know, I think after that it probably got, you know, a little X-rated. But at that moment, I know what it is when you just had a great time going out and you want to eat, you want to just, you know, have a good time.
Okay.
And that was probably my favorite part. What was yours?
The waffles at the end. Link had those waffles. That's the way you
Drop me off that Roscoe's, honey, because I need me some chicken and waffles. You know, I think that I would have loved to have saw them waking up the next morning. You know, like waking up on a party bus with Malik
Right.
and with Blue. It's like, what's going on?
Or
what is this
what about the
old
guy?
lady doing here? What is this homeless guy doing
Right.
here?
I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's like,
What about the random guy that passed out and the homeless guy took a shit?
Exactly.
And ended up on.
waking up like,
what the?
right.
But seriously, some of those crazy nights are some of the best nights.
I mean, you
Like,
got,
it's just like, what
Exactly.
happened? Girl, you,
got a
had a good
glimpse of what
time.
happened.
You know what's the best part is you don't know what happened until you look at pictures. Like,
Right, yeah.
What?
You're
I
going
was
through your
dancing
phone.
like that.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So they definitely did have a good time at the
Yeah.
Poontang party.
What was your favorite part?
My favorite part was, I would have to say, Blue dancing on the stripper pole.
Okay.
Because it showed a little bit of his fun side and
His
his personality.
personality.
And I was like, oh,
Showed
okay.
his tattoos.
Yeah. Fallon liked that part, but I can't say I did.
Sean, what was your favorite?
I have to go back to the man stealing the man's shoes.
That was funny.
I mean, that happens at every party. Someone passes out, you got to get rid of them. Keep going.
Okay, remind me to never go to a party with him. Because he's just going to get rid of me.
Just don't pass out.
Yes, definitely not a buddy. What you need to do, and what all of you guys need to do, is go to Adventures of You need to see this great movie. It's called Adventures of Serial Buddies. Go to serialbuddies.com and download the movie. You can go to iTunes and download. Just search for Adventures of Serial Buddies. It is produced by Maria Menounos and Kevin Undergaro, who are also the founders of AfterBuzz TV. And if you download this movie, you help us here, right here at AfterBuzz TV. We get to continue doing all of this wonderful programming for you for free, ad-free, stoppage-free. My favorite word, stoppage-free. Just go to serialbuddies.com. I mean, all of the people that you could ever think of are in this movie. Maria Menounos, Christopher McDonald, Beth Bears, everybody. So go ahead and download the movie and support us here.
And speaking of downloads, make sure that you go to iTunes, rate, comment, and share this podcast. And check out other AfterBuzz TV podcasts. And make sure you tell a friend. Let us know how you feel about the show. What can we do to make the show a little more interesting for you? And give us 5 stars.
Mm-hmm.
Five.
And you can also go to AfterBuzzTV.com and you can watch us live.
Yeah.
And if you'd like, call us right now at 424-256-1729.
And again, if you did not hear that, it's
nice.
424-256-1729.
That's funny.
I think that number replays in my head every time I'm on the show. I think after every show you just get used to it, and then it just kind of, it's like a little tune. It's like a little song.
I'm like sleeping. I'm like 424-256-1729.
Right. Okay. So let's go from the party bus to probably what Blue was thinking. We seen at the end of the episode, Keira finally, and
Hold on, wait a minute. Right before he gets on the bus, we didn't even mention this. That the reason why he is gung-ho about the bus is because he goes and he sees Keira and Luke's naked behind in her apartment.
Yes, this
with
is
his
true.
Oh my gosh, his six-pack though. I just want to comment on Luke's six-pack. Why is it so defined
I'll
and
tell
so
you
beautiful?
why. Because he does Bikram yoga at Core Power, where I see him all the time. And that if you want abs like Luke, do some Bikram yoga. I'm gonna have to report on it. I'm gonna have to do a little segment
That's
on
amazing.
that.
They were serious.
Yeah.
I have to say.
Yeah.
But I thought, did you guys think that they did it because he came to the door with his towel on?
I did.
I mean,
it looked like, but I know Keira.
Okay.
Like, she's putting on a front again. And if she waited to give her virginity, for so long to finally give it away, she wasn't going to just start popping off and giving it to anybody. Like we've said before, he holds a special place in her heart that you ain't just gonna give it to anybody.
In her heart, in them drawers.
And what he said, he's like, now you're a taxi cab,
Which I think
25 years with somebody
completely
ride.
ignorant comment. Why would you? How can you tell someone that they're is a taxi cab?
I mean, but he's right. You don't think he's right though? She waited 25 years.
It doesn't matter. She is a grown woman. If she wanted to wait 25 years, give it up to one person, and then a month or two later she wants to have sex with someone else, she's grown. It's only 2 men. Some women have sex with like 15 dudes by the age of 15. So it's like she grown.
Okay, but
I'm just saying.
Off averages here makes it go. It's not looking too good. You waited 25 years, and then you got 2 dudes in like a matter of a month, maybe.
Yeah, but then again, it's like,
when it happens, it happens.
It happens, and you never know. So, I mean, I just feel like that comment was totally unnecessary, and I have to give props to Keira, because if that was me, I don't think that I would have just went back to him so soon saying, I have these feelings. You just called me a taxi cab. What? You got to be kidding me. I
think it's funny how he played the game and pulled the towel off, though, as he was walking back into the bathroom.
I wanted to see some booty cheeks. I'm like, okay.
Something.
Move your head, Keira. Move your head.
It's funny what everyone plays with each other. Everyone does on that show.
Right. Yeah.
And I
get the game because
right.
it's all
exactly.
a game.
And I I give her props because even when he called her a taxi cab, she could have went off on him, and she was just like, I don't even care. Like, yeah, fine, I'll be a taxi cab. Get out my face.
Because she knows it's out of jealousy.
Right.
She knows since the first interaction, you know, when he met Luke, that it was jealousy. Talking about his eyebrows, talking about his what was his socks or loafers,
His
or
belt, his braided belt.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
You know what? You know, I was thinking about this while I was watching the show. I'm like, this is a hard decision. You have Luke. And then
Who's
you have
beautiful.
Blue. It's like
Both beautiful.
I don't understand. These are some handsome black men. Not the. We love you too. We love the vanillas. But I'm saying these are some. I'm like, I would not be able to choose. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, to me, Luke doesn't seem like he has much depth or personality. Where Jay,
True.
We've seen him Blue. We've seen his personality. I mean, I've seen Jay Ellis's personality on the red carpet, which is amazing.
Yes.
But for the actor or the character that he plays, he has depth. We know that he is a great all-around guy, but a great athlete as well. And he's
Aren't
just
they also
awesome.
playing co-stars?
Yes.
Like in,
Yes.
you know, inside. And,
Yeah,
Because I was
exactly.
going to say, because sometimes, you know, that always happens.
You do.
You always see everybody.
Brad and
Mr.
Mrs.
and Mrs. Smith. Mr. and
Yeah.
Mrs. Smith.
It's just because you're working so much together,
And
you
you're-
create chemistry,
You're
even though it
having
might
these
not be there.
makeout scenes and love scenes.
So I could
and
see
then-
where she, you know,
Yeah.
wanted to dabble there a little bit because, you know.
Why not?
Right.
And then
why
make
not?
the acting real.
That's the big star. Right.
And I think also she probably feels safe with him. This is somebody
Right.
that she's worked with for so many hours, and who knows how long the project has gone on, and she probably confides in him. And when you feel that safety and that security, then you can be more vulnerable because you know that person's not going to take advantage.
Yeah, and I honestly think that Keira did have genuine feelings for Luke. They may not have been as strong as her feelings
Yeah.
for Blue, but that's why I thought it was kind of believable. He might have smashed a homie because Keira kind of, you know, they have feelings for each other. It may not be as strong, but the feelings are there.
Yeah,
So
very interesting.
Now the question, what did Blue do when all those girls walked out of his
That is
room?
the real question.
I can't. This is
Yes.
Did he pass out? Did we want to
See?
say, oh, he passed out?
No, he knows good and well.
Now, this is where I just didn't feel like this was believable because a sister. Come on. Now, if I went to my dudes, well, Keira and Blue are not together though, but if I gave up my virginity to this guy and I came and I expressed my feelings and I'm like, I love you if you feel the same way, and you tell me, and then some chick walks out.
Not just one.
Not
and then
just one.
another one.
I have to agree with you because me personally, I wouldn't say either, okay, well, finish this and
No,
come to me tomorrow.
exactly.
But she did walk out. She was like, "Are you serious?" And she went to walk out. He stopped her. Remember?
But I'll tell you,
But-
Keira also knows this is the game. She grew
Yeah,
up in
true.
the entertainment industry. She was an actress at a young age. She knows how it is.
That
you
still
know?
would have hurt me to the core.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think that I would have been able to get over that. It's a difference between hearing a rumor and then seeing it. It was 3 girls. I would have been mad over 1, but 3, it's like, what did you just do? I don't understand
I don't
it.
know, Ash. It sounds like
That's
you're
that Malik.
That's that stage 5 clinger.
And then, like, if she would have got angry, then she would have been the angry black woman. And nobody wants an angry black stage 5 clinger, believe
Right.
me.
But I like
Is there something you should tell us?
I know, right?
I like the fact that even though amongst, you know, all that craziness, he has these girls in his room, he's willing to take the time to listen to Keira, pour her heart out. And then on
Yeah.
top of that, he admitted, like, yeah, I feel the same about you. I've had this crazy night. I have all these girls and I'm still thinking about you. I'm still thinking about your PB&J. And I like
Right.
that
Right.
she walked
I mean, it
off and
was-
she was like, well, their sandwich isn't going to be as good as mine.
Right.
So if you want a real sandwich, you know where to find one. She
Yeah.
walked off. I was like, go, Keira.
And then speaking about the PB&J and the sandwiches, so when she goes to Tasha's house earlier to quit being a sunbeam, and she talks with Chardonnay and Tasha about their sandwiches, I was rolling because I was sitting there like, well, what would my sandwich be?
I was trying to think too. I'm like, what kind of sandwiches did I make for my first boyfriend? I think I cooked plátanos for him. I'm Dominican. He was Puerto Rican. I'm sitting there frying
We don't make
plantains.
sandwiches.
So let's go around the table and say what our sandwich would be.
Yes, everyone pick a sandwich right
Pick a
quick.
sandwich.
I got mine right here.
What is it?
Mine is unsalted peanut butter crunchy
Oh.
with
That sounds good.
strawberry jam.
Ooh.
Wheat bread. Wheat
like-
bread right there.
I like the clap at the end.
That's
Done.
mine.
Well, for breakfast, it's not a sandwich, but I like to cook this French toast. And what I do is I put strawberry cream cheese in the middle, and I cut up real strawberries, and I put it together, and it's heaven.
And you've never made this for me. What?
we might have to arrange that.
I don't know. It's weird.
Are you a tuna and rye guy like Jason?
No, I'm peanut butter all the way, but I like peanut butter and butter.
Peanut butter. Hold on, like regular butter?
I like to try
peanut
that.
butter and regular butter.
Is it on toast?
Yeah, but it doesn't make the peanut butter so sticky. So it's
try that.
Where do you
smooth.
put the butter?
You on the bread.
So you put the butter first, and then the peanut butter on top.
Right.
And then,
I
hold on,
promise you,
toast
everyone's
it
like
toasted?
peanut butter and butter.
I'm sorry, hold on.
You don't have to toast it. You don't have to toast it.
So you're using like spreadable butter?
Yeah.
Oh.
Megan's like, I'm going home and making me a peanut butter and butter sandwich.
Right.
I promise you, try it.
How did you come up with this?
I know. Right?
I don't eat fruit. I know it sounds weird, but I don't like jelly and all that stuff. So it's like,
experimenting.
let me get some butter.
We're really talking about sandwiches here, not euphemisms, right? Because I'm totally confused.
Well, yeah.
We're really talking sandwiches.
What do you like?
My sandwich.
Hold on. Are you like Leroy Jenkins with the bologna and what did Tasha say? Bologna and on white?
No.
Okay.
I would probably have.
Yeah. Leroy Jenkins
bologna,
first.
yeah.
Bologna on white.
I would probably do a classic grilled cheese. Everyone loves a grilled cheese, you know? But the old school way. You know, you got to put it like in the underneath the oven. You know, like it's the oven part, but then it's that one part that you put.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe that was just who we did.
I was like, hold on, wait, what?
We put like that's how we made our grilled cheese. We put them like in the part that's like that little part underneath the oven.
Oh.
Going back to
you can
Mr.
put something
Abs here
in
now, and he offered a grilled cheese, so that's here.
Right.
No.
I was gonna say, there you go.
Oh yeah,
There
we
you
can go to
go.
Subway. We can go to grilled jam.
Can I make
whatever.
a second sandwich? Because
Fallon is trying to give away too many of her sandwiches.
All right. So fancy French toast sandwich.
fancy French toast. That's for breakfast. But for lunch, it would be like a turkey melt with tomatoes.
Oh, she fancy.
Yeah.
Fallon fancy with her sandwiches.
All right.
Well, if I wasn't pesca vegan anymore, I would have said spam and egg.
Spam?
Korean.
Korean people.
Okay,
Asian people love them some spam, honey. Spam and egg, but I can't eat that.
I haven't had spam since I lived in Hawaii.
Why do they even still make spam? I think they only make it for Asian people. I'm serious.
I can't.
I'm telling you, my whole family
can't.
eats spam. I don't understand. I don't understand.
Okay, well.
So we're gonna bring Megan some spam.
Exactly.
Some spam
Don't
sandwiches.
you do it, honey.
So
Don't you.
now that we know what sandwiches we all would cook the next morning, we know Keira's and Blue's.
It's a PB&J.
PB&J. So
I mean,
that's
it was cute that he didn't even take that much time, and he came down with a little sandwich. I have to say,
That was-
like,
yeah.
That was some points, even though she might have been upset, and you said, "Oh no, if someone did that to you, well, how would you react then?"
You know, I'm just so sensitive. I would probably just, I
Throw
just would
the
have
sandwich?
cried and would have just been eating the sandwiches, like just like stuffing my face of our favorite sandwich. PB&J. Yeah.
Stage 5 clinger.
Seriously, like I would have been. You know what I wish Blue would have done is when Keira. Not invited Keira in, or not have let her come in. Said, let's come outside, so she wouldn't have to she would have never seen the girls, and then explain to her, you know what? Yesterday I did listen to Malik. It was his idea, but and just been mature about it.
Okay, you ready?
But I don't.
What? It's gonna be good.
I think Blue wanted to show Keira, you got your Luke. Well, guess what? I got hoes too.
Always wanting
You
up
ain't
each
the
other.
only one. Yeah, so I think that's the only reason why he would do that.
Yeah, and something about Blue just reminds me of someone who had only been with like 2 people. So that's why I was like, really, Blue? He's like taking his time trying to figure out, trying to figure out what like condoms to get, and it's like, you don't. It just seems like he doesn't really have that much experience.
But Keira calls him corny because he is kind of a corny. He's kind of a corny lame ball that went to Stanford. Not saying that everybody that goes to Stanford is lame, but in this case, the stereotype is, you're kind of corny. Yeah. So I think it makes sense.
Like the stars.
Right.
Two snaps up.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you very much.
I'm sitting on this side. I have to.
Right. And I feel like there's a resemblance between Blue and Derwin. Like, Derwin was one of the star players on the team, but he also had this wholesome Christian,
right.
Thank you, Lord.
Yeah, like
opposite of Malik.
Yeah, opposite of Malik.
And
I feel like they brought in Blue as a similar character. He's different, but at the same time, he still has that wholesome boy. That at the end of the day, his heart is still genuine.
Yeah.
And
it's in the right place.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what we all enjoy, and I think that's why I grew to love Blue so much, not just because of his looks, but because
and his sandwich making skills.
we gotta call Jay up and Keira, have them bring in some sandwiches.
Yes, sandwiches, not sandwiches, but sandwiches.
That's how we roll.
So as Tasha and what is it, Chardonnay are talking about sandwich making love. What did you guys think about the whole issue with her and Chardonnay and Jason?
Okay, so I love the fact that, just like you were saying, that Chardonnay, you love automatically. I didn't love her at first. It took me a while for her to grow on me. But if you look at the first episode that she was in to now, her character has changed as well. Right. She's not this hood in your face.
She still got a girl though. She still got that hood in her.
But it's not like
you see the love.
Yeah, exactly. Now I'm beginning to love her because she's loving. Yeah. She's more soft, but at the same time she's still firm. She's still strong. I used to love my Kelly Pitts, but Kelly Pitts would always bite her tongue, and Chardonnay said that in this episode. I'm not going to sit here and bite my tongue while you throw away the rest of your life just because you want to play football. Right. And I love the fact that she loves Jason so much and their relationship that she's willing to give it up because she doesn't want him to risk his life.
But
And I mean, if you're that much in love too, like it would hurt you.
Yeah, exactly.
But on the flip side of things, Chardonnay came into his life knowing that this is who he is, and you cannot ask someone to give up their dream and their passion for you, and you just got here. It's like you have to understand that relationship and that passion is cultivated over such a long time period, and you can't just be like, okay, well, now that I'm in your life, you need to give it up. It's like if he's willing to make that sacrifice and if he's willing to risk his life, you need to be down and you need to be there for him. If he get a concussion, honey, you need to be there, even if he a vegetable, and take care of your man and your husband. I refuse to give up what I want and what I've worked so hard for a man. And I don't think that Jason should give it up for Chardonnay. Sorry, boo.
But what if it's going to kill them?
Yeah, see that.
What if it's something that you love that's going to kill you? Would you still?
Like,
but it's a professional sport, though. It comes with the territory.
But hold on, wait a minute though, because when they first dated and they first got married, he was a commentator. He was a sports show commentator.
Yeah, but he wanted to get back in the game, though.
But we never knew it was going to happen because he was retired.
That's true.
So she didn't sign up for this.
You know what? I think our viewers out there at home who comment or subscribe to us on YouTube, let us know what you think, or even tweet at us on Twitter at AFTERBUZZ TV. Let us know what you think. Is it right for Chardonnay to give Jason an ultimatum? Either it's her or football. What do you think?
Oh, it's so hard.
It's just really hard because she went to what was it, Alan?
Yeah, Alan Johnson.
Alan Johnson's house, and if you see someone like that and you think the person you love, because obviously you saying you hated her at first and now you like her, her character has grown to love him more. And when you get deeper into a relationship, if you see that and you have fear that that's what is going to happen, you want the best for your partner.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know what? I would say this. I think her ultimatum is valid. I think only because he's going to kill himself doing this. He's in a tub full of ice. He's hurt his ankle. His concussion has caused him to not
say
be able
things.
to remember stuff.
How many times did he say things over and over again?
But I will agree with what he said. And he said, I'm just going to do it for this season, get my championship, and I'm done. I would tell him this. Let's compromise. You have 1 year to do this. If you don't get a championship by the end of the season, you're quitting. Either way, it doesn't matter. You're done.
I totally agree.
And if you decide after that if you don't get a championship and you decide you want to play another season, I'm out. So that's our agreement. And if you're okay with that, then good. If not, I'm going to leave right now.
I think that makes total sense. And she could even say, you know, you're done playing football, but I don't want you to be done with the sport. Right. You know, go back into commentating and doing different things. You know, still do what you love, but let's find a different way where we could stay together.
So she had packed her bags and left the house, and Jason kind of just stood on the couch, and you could tell he was stressed out. He doesn't know what to do. But I just wonder how he feels.
I thought he didn't. Did you?
No, he was like
He seemed like he was thinking.
He
seemed like he was thinking.
I felt like he was being more like, whatever, TV on.
No. He was like.
I thought he turned the TV off.
He already had.
I thought he was like. I thought he turned it off. Like, I'm thinking.
So he turned it off, and then he like grabbed his head, and you could tell he was in deep thought. And to me, it seemed like he was thinking, "What did I just do?" Because he already has one failed marriage.
Right.
And I know the reason why he is still in the marriage that he has right now is because he doesn't want to be a failure again. He doesn't want to make the same mistakes that he did before. He knows he has a great woman beside him and that she's doing the right thing. And I think he's thinking, like, what should I do? We know he has this passion and this love for football, but he also knows the game. And she told him, you know, your old coworker / football player, you know, he doesn't even remember you anymore.
But speaking of failure, he doesn't want to fail in his marriage, but he also does not want to fail in football. So I think that what Megan said was great. You know, Chardonnay needs to not give an ultimatum and say me or football. She needs to compromise and say, okay, here's a year, do this. If it doesn't happen, then, you know, I'm going to have to think about leaving this marriage. Don't tell no man what you're going to do. Like, I just feel like, especially a marriage is about compromising. And you can't just, if somebody came to me and was like, okay, it's this or that, honey, you can take that and go, because don't boss me around.
But I can also say this, Jason is very stubborn. And if she would have came at him and gave him an ultimatum, he would have walked all over her. In order to get Jason's attention, you need to be dramatic and you need to be extreme, just like he is. So now he's gonna think, oh, I think I lost her. So now I feel like they're gonna come to a meeting ground.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you think is gonna happen? Because, you know, she ends up showing up at Tasha's door. You know, like, it's
right. And
it's crazy.
I would say this situation is very true to what really happens with the NFL, especially because you see Alan Johnson, and he's, you know, he's not remembering anything, and he does mention that when Chardonnay asks him what happens, if it's syphilis or something, he goes and says, he's like, well, the NFL won't really say, but I mean, off the record, it's because I got hit too many times. And that is so true, because the NFL wants to stay away from that. There's been a lot of lawsuits. There's been a lot of stuff with player contracts, you know, a lot of players that are no longer in the NFL, but maybe they're talking about the pension. They're definitely, you know, this is a serious issue that's going on with the NFL, and a lot of issues that happen with your body post football is something that they're discussing, as far as like how much should we pay players, because it's serious. You know what I mean? That costs a lot of money. And your life could be ruined. I don't know. That's tough.
I think what people don't seem to realize is that every time they go out on the field, or even in practice, you know, when they are doing what they do best, it's getting into a car crash.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you have these big men, huge men, you know, fully charging against each other. And can you imagine getting into a car crash every single day?
Right.
It beats up your body.
Seasons and for years and years. The effect not only that it has on your body, but your brain.
Your brain. Yeah.
Think of the one, I apologize, I forget who it is, but she was skiing, fell, bumped her head, got up, 2 days later ended up dying.
Right. That happens a lot.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't even realize it, what the damage you're doing to your brain.
I honestly just feel like it's a part of the game. That's just what, it's the give and take of football. And I feel like being with the football player, that's the risk that you have to take. And previously in episodes, I remember when Jason was hesitant about going back because they wasn't paying him what he felt like he should. And Chardonnay was there like, do it, this is your chance, let's So right there, it's like, where's that motivation now? Now that you think that, you know, you knew all of this stuff could potentially happen. It's the give or take of the game.
But
so
in
it's
real
like,
life, when it happens, sometimes fear takes over a
right.
lot
Yeah.
more than being able to even justify
Yeah, and
the right or wrong.
Right, and I think it got real for her. Like,
got
it's
real
real
quick,
because, you know, at
too.
first she's like, oh, I get to be a football wife. She's so excited. Like,
Yeah.
this is your dream, do it.
And it just
then
happened.
when now you're in it and you're like, whoa, I could be a widow. Like,
Exactly.
well, the
Right.
thing is like, is she scared to lose him as like him dying, or is she scared that, you know, she's gonna lose being that football wife? Because knowing Jason and how stingy he is, he's not gonna leave her anything. He's probably just gonna leave it to his daughter.
No,
So
I don't know. I think she really loves him. I think she really does not want him to die.
Yeah, I don't believe I think that whole, in the beginning, she was so excited to be a football wife.
Right.
But I think she's over that
Yeah,
now.
she
think
loves him.
Exactly. I think she's scared of being a widow because, honestly, he is all she has. She doesn't have any children. And we haven't seen any family, you know, so it just seems that Jason is all of her family as of now.
And Chardonnay.
And Chardonnay. And Chardonnay. Her weave is actually looking pretty good. I
Yeah.
noticed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's banging,
little flip
brandy.
yeah, that be.
No, and I think she's also over being a football wife because Tasha has her cleaning up the Sunbeams party for what is it, like Veterans Week?
Yeah.
I think she's over being a football wife at this point.
What was with Tasha handing her wine or her picking up wine and then she takes it away from her and gives her the bag, like, keep cleaning?
That's the point. It's not keep cleaning. Right.
So let's get into some predictions. Yeah.
We have funny predictions.
The soundboard caught up. So. AfterBuzz TV prediction.
Thank you, Steven. Okay, let's start off with Ash. What do you predict?
I predict that Jason is not going to immediately go back to Chardonnay. He's going to kind of like be like, okay, you want to play. He's hard-headed. He's stubborn.
Right.
I think that Chardonnay is going to go back to Jason and be like, okay, I'm here with you. Let's compromise.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be the other way around.
I think it's going to be the other way.
No.
I think what's going to happen is Jason's going to get hurt. And then he's going to finally come to the realization, like,
Ooh, that's a
yo,
good
That's what I was gonna say. I
one.
I'm
think
going to die.
they
And-
might not do anything, but then if something happens to him, then all of a sudden he would be like,
Right.
What if he gets like a
Run into
concussion and
her.
he's like, you know, like sleep for like 2 episodes?
Yes. He might get a syphilis concussion. That's Chardonnay said.
So mean. All right, Megan, what's your prediction?
No, that's what I'm saying. I think that's the only prediction I have. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
I have to agree because that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that, you know, they might take a minute apart and then something might happen to him and he'll be like, whoa, wait,
Right.
you know?
Okay, well, I predict that Keira will be making a lot more PB&Js for Blue. And maybe they'll bring those PB&Js to Malik and all the other cast members. Did we see much of Tasha Mack? We didn't see her really
just
this
one scene
episode.
this time. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I love her character too. I have to say,
Isn't she
her
great?
and then her, you know, her and Chardonnay's like.
Oh, we have news and gossip.
Oh yeah, we have news and
News and
gossip.
gossip, news and gossip.
Let's go over that really quick.
You got our news and gossip?
So remember when the game was on the CW and there was a petition to bring it back because it got taken off?
Yes.
Well, the woman that started that petition is named Stacey Maddox, and so she put together like a Facebook. You know, it was really big on Facebook, like bring the game back. So she amassed probably during that time about 750,000 likes on this Facebook page, and BET wanted to pretty much join in with her to take over this Facebook page when they brought the game back. Well, apparently there's been a lot of stuff going on. They have been doing some shady stuff to the point where now the Facebook page has about 6 million followers on it, and they're battling. She's battling with BET right now, and she's just filed a
Wow.
lawsuit against them because they're basically trying to shut it down. They've done some shady
Why?
stuff.
Wait, BET has done
BET.
shady
But
stuff.
why
Has
did
done
they-
shady stuff to her. That's what she's claiming.
I
And this is
wonder you know what? We need to find her. We need to call her next episode.
Yes,
Yeah.
Stacey
If
Maddox.
you
Where are you?
are
We're gonna get you.
watching this show, please DM me on Twitter or add us on, Twitter or however you can find us. Email us. We'd love to talk to you.
Yeah.
We want the inside scoop, the Meg scoop.
Like a scoop of ice cream.
There you go. And that's where you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Meg Scoop, like scoop of ice cream. And also don't forget to go to cerealbuddies.com and download Adventures of Cereal Buddies to help us here on AfterBuzz TV.
And I'm Ashley Gray. Thanks for watching. You can find me online at Tweet Nina Marie G, as well as on Instagram at Nina Marie Gray, and add me as a friend on Facebook.
Yay. And I'm Fallon Mercedes. You can find me on Twitter, on Instagram at FitWithFallon, and please check out my fitwithfallon.com. I recently interviewed Hit the Floors, McKinley Freeman, and we were getting it in the gym, so you got to check it out.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for having me. I'm Sean Renzetti. Everything's really easy. It's just at Sean Renzetti.
Awesome.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you so much. You were so great.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.